won't allow me to press done. I'm done.
What?
Mm.
Try it again.
Mm.
Here, let me put some gold on.
Gold on my face.
We do better when Doug has gold. Okay. Welcome to Marital Hate. I am Stacy.
I am Douglas.
This is Doug.
Some people call me Maurice.
No one has ever called you Maurice. Why would they call you Maurice?
I'm the gangster of love.
You're not a gangster of any kind. You're not even like
you don't know me.
You're not even a spiritual gangster. And I do know you. I know you better than you know yourself. It's unfortunate for both of us. Welcome to Marital Hate. I'm Stacy.
I'm Doug.
We are married, but we do not hate each other
yet.
Most of the time.
Night ain't over.
Tracy, our favorite well,
I think she might be a favorite. She's a fan favorite.
I was going to say she was our favorite.
I don't know what's happening.
She's our favorite OG lesbian, but I don't know about that. Like, I'm pretty sure that Becky's imaginary. I realized
it is.
Tracy had a hologram one day that she pretended was her wife, but
we don't know. Courtney is here 2 days in a row.
Courtney,
2 and 2, like Chuck Woolery.
We're glad you're here. She, I believe that my little friend Courtney may be a conspiracy nut like myself, and that makes me love her. How can you not love a little conspiracy nut lady? Oh, you gotta blend your gold.
Oh, blend my gold for me.
So it's a live interactive podcast, and it's fucked up. You've been warned.
We don't want a lot.
You've been warned.
People should not watch the show. A good conspiracy is a good conspiracy. Silly conspiracies are just silly. But
tell me what is a good conspiracy.
The JFK assassination.
See, I think you think the silly conspiracies are the good ones, and the good ones are the silly ones. But the reality is that us conspiracy people, we don't want to be right.
You don't want to hear.
Yeah,
I think Michelle Obama as a man is a silly conspiracy.
Well, but here's the thing about the Michelle Obama as a man thing. Who cares? I don't give a shit. I really don't give a shit if the woman is a man or a man was. I don't care.
Courtney is most definitely a little conspiracy nut.
But why does anybody care?
I don't care.
All right, whatever.
But I just think it's it's silly. I don't think she's a guy.
Yeah, but again, I feel like we just ask the wrong questions in society. Like, who cares? I don't care.
The fact that
there's so many things that I'm upset about in the world, particularly pertaining to the Obamas, that I don't care if she's a man. I don't care.
I am a big JFK assassination scholar. Also the RFK assassination.
A scholar now.
A scholar. I read a book on it.
A book?
I read it was a big book. It was a thick book.
So if it's a big book.
All right. So I had certain questions, and the book helped me come to a decision. I don't think I agreed with
current conclusion.
No, you know what? That's a show for a different time. I'm not gonna,
What do you mean?
I have thoughts on it.
And Courtney says I agree with her. I don't care if
you and eggplants, Courtney. I think you have eggplant on the brain.
Maybe she does have eggplant on the brain. Maybe she's a gardener.
I know you do.
Oh, I always have dick on the brain. Always. I don't say eggplant. I say dick. I love dick.
Dick.
I want everybody to send me pictures of their dicks, like dick pics, but nobody's done it yet. It's maritalhate@gmail.com. Just send them.
Yeah. I don't get that email, so
if you want to,
whatever. Let her look at whatever she wants.
Yeah, but you can send naked lady pictures if you want. I'll show them to you.
Get lady pictures.
You want it, but ladies aren't as inclined to show you their parts because
she's an eggplant gardener with a smile, with a wry smile.
I am a gardener. I
try to pick the.
I don't really know why you grow eggplants because I don't particularly like eggplants, but people do grow them. They're nightshades and they'll fuck you up. They're what?
She's a naked gardener, apparently. She gardens the eggplant.
Girl, I'm just saying, just be careful. Just be careful. You'll get ticks. And also,
she's not really.
If you're feeling lonely, crouch down in the asparagus patch. Ooh.
Interesting. Interesting.
Okay, so I really wasn't super prepared for tonight, but I have some notes that we have to go through all the West notes, and I have some notes that I have prepared for myself.
Yeah, I don't think I may have taken a note. No.
So I have a bunch of notes. So I want to tell you guys is we've been working, pretty hard on the podcast to try to pick up to increase our viewership. We're down a little bit tonight, which makes me a little sad, but that's all right. It'll pick up as it gets more and more ridiculous. But we were watching today bad fucking reality television show once again. Really bad.
Shocker.
So we were watching here's Courtney just talking about cock left and right. My rooster is nicer to me when I'm naked. I'm not even joking. That's hilarious. I would totally be a naked gardener if we had like a garden and room for gardening again. I used to go out there with like just a dress on and like I bent over and you'd see my ass and shit.
That was like in the middle of a neighborhood. It wasn't even like a homestead.
No, our yard was fenced in. It was a farm.
You could have gone out there naked if you wanted to.
I'm telling you, I've been out there in the hammock with my dress pulled over my head, getting a suntan.
I have a photo of that actually.
So there you go. And she says it hates my clothes. Girl, I hate clothes too. They hurt.
And the rooster hates her
rooster's
clothes.
just trying to save you from your clothes.
Oh,
clothes
maybe the rooster's just a little horn dog and he wants to see you naked. Maybe that's it. You don't know.
Yeah, maybe it's like the reincarnation of a dirty old man. Do you believe in reincarnation?
I don't know. I was kind of hoping to come back as a lady's bicycle seat.
You're a lady's bicycle seat now. Why change anything? Well, I will say that we had some notes and we started watching this show called Perfect Match.
It's terrible.
on Netflix.
It's really bad.
And if you've watched Love is Blind, which we did, they've got some Love is Blind discards. Shane from Love is Blind is on the season that season 1, which we're watching. And then they just brought in that guy. What's his name? Bertucci?
I have no idea. Bertucci is one of our watchers.
No, the guy's name is Bartucci.
Bartolomo.
Some guy. Anyway, we're kind of like watching in the background as we're doing stuff because we're doing a lot of stuff for the podcast today. Doug's helping with graphics. I'm working on content and trying to interact with other people's posts as much as possible so as to raise our visibility. And while I'm doing that, we're watching this terrible show. And so it's whoever is the perfect match as a couple wins. And then they keep
and if you don't get matched, you're out.
If you don't get matched, you're out.
Like a
So
loser.
they vote you out or whatever. And so one of the rounds, what they have everybody do is get blindfolded, make out with everyone, and then reveal
and you grade
the grade you have of that kiss with the person. And one guy, but part of it is that it's like a competition show.
It's not right.
So if you know it's not your person, you're trying to fuck up their scores. So one guy gave the lady a 0 for her kiss, or like a 1, and claimed that she chipped his tooth, even though she
it's like, yeah, right here, you chipped my tooth.
So like, I don't know what's more concerning, like the fact that like, I don't know,
it's
like
bad.
that they've all got herpes. It's called Herpes Island now. And or that like these people are not like, no, I'm not making out with 6 people. The fact that the guy is going to straight up just lie and claim like a personal injury suit on the fucking national television, or like the fact that we're fucking watching this nonsense. Oh, we just watched something where they were like doing push-ups with the chicks on their back.
Yeah. And then, so then the guys wanted to compete against each other. So the guy sat on the other guy's back while he did push-ups, which I thought was a little familiar.
You thought it was familiar? Tell me about that night in middle school.
Listen, not familiar to me, but familiar between them. That just felt like they were getting a little too close.
Sure. You're telling me you went to art school and not once did you sit on another man's back while you did push-ups?
I guarantee you that I did not.
Did anyone sit on your back while you did push-ups?
No, that did not happen.
Did you do push-ups in art school?
I don't think there's anybody in that art school that could do a push-up, put it that way.
You can't do a push-up?
I could probably do a push-up.
Do a push-up.
Although I haven't tried since I ripped my bicep tendon.
Do a push-up. Just one. Just do one little push-up for us.
No, I'm not going to.
People want to be entertained.
No, because then I'm going to be like doing a push-up on the lanai here. It's gross. What are you doing? Now your finger's all dirty and you're going to wipe it on me. This is marital hate. Dang, where's the bell?
I don't know.
Get out of here with your dirty ass finger.
It's no fun.
I don't know.
All right. In any case, Tracy does believe in reincarnation. Tracy and I are both terrified that we're going to come back as something that is in more pain than we're currently in. And Courtney says Doug, and she did a little bicycle, and that he is kinky, and she says, "Come on, Doug." Kinky. Everything
gonna do it.
around here is kinky. So all I can tell you is that show Perfect Match is terrible. So if you have nothing to do and you want to watch a terrible television show, we recommend
It's
it.
bad. Could you explain? Well, you did it again.
What?
It's not episode 114. It's 214.
I'm not the one who did it. You did.
No, I didn't.
I said
you wrote. I did it on the ticker up there. My friend pooped in my favorite lake, which I would like you to tell the people.
Oh God,
about.
that's a story. Yeah, so I have to edit this like 800 times. I don't know what's wrong.
Maybe
with
we
me.
do it after the show. Maybe
I don't know if I can even edit it after the show. To be honest with you.
Sorry, we'll have 114s.
Jesus Christmas! How am I calling it 214 again?
I don't know.
Somebody has to be in charge of me. So Trace says, "Yes, I swear I did not step on the bug. Please do not let me come back in pain worse than we already are. That would be so terrible. That's why I'm really nice to bugs for the most part, unless it's a palmetto bug, and then I'm gonna freak the fuck out." Okay, so here's the story. I'm up in Maine with my friend Zach, who's like one of my favorite people on the fucking planet. We go up, we're like, fuck it, we're going jet skiing. And so if you went really early in the morning, it was cheaper to jet ski. So you got like half off. So we got 2 hours of jet skiing for the price that we would normally pay for an hour, which was awesome. But we only got one jet ski. So we managed to get that thing up to 75 miles an hour with the two of us on it. I'm 2 something, he's 2 something. He's less than me, but he's 2 something. And or maybe like 190 or something like that. But like we're up there. And that thing is just fucking flying down the lane.
Those are so powerful.
So then it's my turn to drive. And I don't really feel the need to just go straight for going straight for no reason. That just doesn't make any fucking sense to me. I like to just like weave around. And Trace says, Courtney says, I need a sitter too, girl. Wait till you see. So my friend's on the back and he's like, doesn't like to touch people, especially me. So he's like holding on to like, I don't know if he's holding on to the seat or if he's holding on to me or what he's doing, but I'm doing these donuts, waves, just going as fast as I can. And at one point I launch him off the back, just like flying. And I can't figure out why he's not getting back.
He's not swimming home.
Why is he not getting on the boat? I'm like, do you want me to come over and get you? And he's like, oh no, I'm shitting. He shit himself in the lake. So when we went to the fucking, we were at the center this weekend and we did all these like cool meditations. We were like learning how to like, you know, rephrase our energy and whatnot.
Yeah, you were shitting in a lake.
She's like, okay, pictures. She's like, close your eyes, picture yourself in the woods, and you're walking down a path, and it just happens to remind me of growing up at Vicky Lynn Camping and Tenting in Bridgeton, Maine, going camping there, taking the back path down from our camper, and then lo and behold, the beach would be there. And in the meditation, she's like, and you come to a beach, and there's an ocean of love in front of you, and on the shore is a piece of driftwood, and you lean up against it. And so, of course, I'm leaning up against the driftwood, and I'm sitting there, and she's like, and you're so at peace, and it's an ocean full of love. And then, of course, everybody's telling their experience afterwards. And she's like, did anybody go in the water? And all I could think to myself is, fuck, no, I'm not going in that water. Zach took a shit in there last time we were here. It's probably going to float up on shore at any minute. I probably should have even leaned up on the tree. Maybe it was rubbed up on the... Folks. He did shit a lot. Yeah, that's why the podcast is called whatever I called it tonight. My friend pooped in my favorite lake. That's what it's called. My favorite lake, Long Lake. My friend, Zach. So what did he do? Shit in it.
Here's the thing. I know a lot of the times you guys make fun of me, whatever.
We make fun of each other constantly.
But here's the thing.
What?
I am not stupid enough to get on the back of a jet ski with you. Not gonna happen.
You're not brave enough to get on the back of a jet ski with me.
It's just a foolhardy task right there.
Courtney says, I do figure eights in the pasture when I'm brush hogging. I don't know what brush hogging is.
Brush hogging is when you have a machine.
It's like a hairbrush.
Basically just eats everything.
A brush hogging.
Yeah,
that sounds like a good time. And I don't know if Tracy's saying that brush hogging sounds like a good time, or Zach shitting in a lake sounds like a good time. But either way, I'm here for it. I just don't particularly want to shit in a lake. I swim in a lake that I know that my friend took a shit in.
So when he came here,
I don't know if I can ever go in there again. It's a huge ass lake, but my friend shit in it, so I don't know if I can ever go there again. Here's
my. Well, I'm sure some animal ate it by now, or it froze over. Like it froze over.
What? So you think that since it's been 2 years since we've been there, and he shit in it 2 years ago, that it's been frozen and the shit is?
Yeah, I don't know. I think there's enough lake water.
How long does it take human shit to degrade in a lake? Is that?
Yeah, I'm gonna look it up. But when he came here and jumped in the pool, I'm like, dude, no shitting in the pool.
See, listen to this. On a jet ski with you sounds like a good time. I am a daredevil. Fucking Tracy's the best. Let's go, girl. Like Shania Twain said. Speaking of Shania Twain, I had a funny I wanted to share with you about Shania Twain. So a while back, there was this. Oh, actually, it's not Shania Twain. It's Sheryl Crow. But I digress. A while back, Sheryl Crow told everyone that they should use 1 square of toilet paper when they pee. I guess she meant ladies, and 2 when they shit. And I try to be like environmentally sound and whatnot, but I don't. That's not sufficient for me. We buy the good toilet paper. It's really important to me to have like the good toilet paper to the point where like the kids would come and like shit at our house because they were like, "Oh, you've got the good toilet paper. We buy the Charmin Ultra Soft." My daughter's chemistry tutor didn't like the smell of it, which is an odd conversation to have with your daughter's chemistry tutor. But we all sat around and smelled our Charmin Ultra Soft. Courtney says a fish probably ate it. She's referring to my friend's shit. And Tracy's agreeing. She's saying, "Yep, a fish probably ate it." I've Googled this, and it doesn't say about a lake, but it takes 12 months to biodegrade. Just in the woods. Yeah. So, but the water, would it like? I don't know. I'm still researching. Courtney says, "No, I'm not poking my finger through to my asshole." That's a lot. and what did little Tommy say? Where did that even fucking come from? Well, because you were talking about one strand of one ply or something. And little Tommy. With the single fly paper. I was like, where did you randomly come up with? I'm gonna stick my finger up my asshole. Tommy says, "Enjoy the go." Enjoy the go. Listen, I'm just happy if I can go. But what I will tell you is that my friend shit in that lake. And Courtney likes to poop in the woods. Girl, that's a great way to make extra cash. Just do that shit on OnlyFans. You'll make a little extra money. So my friend who shit in the lake, I just didn't feel like when we're in the meditation and they're asking us at the end, like, what your experience was. Like, I didn't really feel like I could raise my hand and be like, I didn't go in the lake because my friend shit in there. Yeah. And that's not a good idea. It's an ocean of love and Zach's shit. Wait. All right. So the way jet skis work, right? Don't they suck water in, propel it, and then shoot it out? Yeah, but we didn't go anywhere near that spot. Well, I'm just saying, what if he shit way over there? What if you ran over the shit? It clogged up the jet ski that was like a $20,000 jet ski. That might explain. We stalled at one point. We thought we were going to have to get a ride back. It was the poop. Courtney says your comments are a little delayed and it's cracking my ass up. Yeah, they're usually you have to pull them up. Yeah. And we're spazzes, and that happens. Okay, I want to get back to the toilet paper thing. All right. So not Sheryl Crow, not who was the other person we were talking about? Shania Twain. Sheryl Crow, not Shania Twain. Was like everybody used 1 fucking square of toilet paper. That bitch is fucking crazy. I use 2 squares of Charmin Ultra Soft when I pee, and when I poop, all bets are off. Whole fucking roll. I don't poop that often though, so it's okay. And then I do clean up with a baby wipe. But here's what I want to tell you. I realized. So, my grandfather was like raised, he's born in 1919, raised in the Depression era, and then I was raised by my grandparents. So there's some cheap things that I have inherited from them. Yes. So I do buy the good toilet paper. But you don't use much of it. I don't use that much of it, but I'm going to tell you something even more fucked up that I do. And I want to know if anybody, and I really need to know. Let me just brace for this. Okay, I'm bracing for this. Okay, wait. Courtney has a question. What if it cut the poop up and it shoots out like tiny poop, like a shotgun? Poop bullets. Oh my god, that sounds like the fucking time of my life. Sounds like a band from the 90s. Poop bullets. I don't know, but Toad the Wet Bullet. Zach actually won the award for the top shooter in the state of Massachusetts. Yeah, maybe it was. So if anybody would want some poop bullets, it's Zach. And ammo is hard to come by up there. I'm thinking that you got to packing. That brings a whole new definition to the term packing your own ammo. Okay, but I'm going to tell you once again, because I'm always telling embarrassing things on the podcast. I'm just going to be like this. I'm not going to pee myself tonight, I don't think, but when I am in the bathroom, you know how like the toilet paper's out, but there's like 1.5 or 1 3/4 sheets like stuck on the toilet paper roll. Yeah. If I pee and I see that there, I will use that to wipe and throw it in the trash pile because I don't want to waste those last 2 squares of toilet paper. So you won't remove them. You'll use the roll? I will take the whole roll off. It's like a pipe cleaner. I can pull it out of the trash in the bathroom right now. I did it like 2 hours ago in each bathroom, actually, because the roll hadn't been changed, but there was a little paper left on it. So I was like, wiped with it, threw it in the trash, put the new roll on. Am I the only person who does that because I don't want to waste the last 2 squares? Somebody tell me. Courtney says, Lord.
It sounds so delicate.
And Tracy is laughing her ass off. No, when I poop, it's a whole other thing. Like, I'm like, okay, like, let's make sure there's nothing left there. Now we're going to go back in with a baby wipe. Make sure everything's clean in case you feel like tossing my salad later.
I appreciate that because I don't want any croutons. Courtney says, I'm so embarrassed to say I do the same thing.
See, I'm not the only one who does.
And our friend Mark Davis says, brilliant. It's brilliant.
Courtney says, no, I can't even believe this. So what I need you guys to tell me the truth. Do you take that last bit of toilet paper that is stuck to the roll and wipe? And if you're not, how do you feel about those trees that you've killed? I imagine that I've saved at least 1 tree doing that throughout the years. I don't do it in public places, though. When I go in public places, the toilet paper is just ridiculous. As a matter of fact, we had to pee driving down here. You know, we moved to Florida. We drove 3 days in the Jeep, towing a 12-foot U-Haul. The Volvo got shipped like the pretty princess it is for the cost of more than the Volvo is worth. No, but that's
my Volvo's worth hundreds.
Cost us $1,300 to ship the fucking thing. So anyway,
when are you ever going to let that go?
Never in the
Did you want to drive by yourself or did you want company? And
no, I wanted to drive 2 cars with 2 U-Hauls and we could have kept the orange fucking couch, but you didn't want to. That's not the point. The point, it would have saved us money. Here's the point. Driving down here, we had to stop and go to the bathroom at like 4 bathrooms.
Yes, several.
And by the time I got down here, I was so used to using like 3/4 of a roll of tissue paper. What the fuck is that? Rolling papers that they use in public restrooms? I don't know what the hell it is.
It's like wax paper.
And so I had to like stop myself because I was going to clog a toilet if I kept using that much toilet paper because we buy the good stuff.
Yeah.
Because there's
but now whenever we go anywhere,
when we go on vacation, if we go stay at a hotel or
like
Airbnb,
even for a night,
we bring our own toilet paper.
And you bring your squatty potty.
And I have a travel squatty potty though.
It's a travel.
It folds flat. Because otherwise I'd take my suitcase in the bathroom and put my fucking feet on it. Stupid.
Yeah. Or she'll like, hey, could you kick that trash can over here?
Yeah, no, seriously. Courtney says, are you my sister from another mister?
I don't know. You got the naked thing, you got the toilet paper.
It's possible. I'm trying to figure out if so I have a brother who's given up for adoption. I can't find him. God knows how many people my father fucked. So it's possible. Do you have cankles? Because I have cankles. Do you have a beard? I have a beard. Do you talk too much? Do you have the MTHFR gene mutation? The COMT? Is it COMT or COMPT? No idea what you're talking about. I have a bunch of gene mutations. I really hope you're not related to me because that hasn't gone well for me or anyone. Tracy says, I take the squares off and add the squares to a new roll, but I've never used the roll itself with a couple of squares on it. Just saying. Try it. And she says, and can we talk about the smell of the rest of the Rest Stop hand soap? Gross. I can't use it. I cannot use hand soap like literally anywhere I go.
She's always got her little doTERRA, whatever.
Hand sanitizer because I have to just rinse and use hand sanitizer because I'm so allergic to the fragrance. And Courtney says, I poop with my feet up too. Oh my gosh. Everyone should poop with their feet up. Have you used the squatty potty?
I don't use it.
1 year for Christmas, I bought all of my friends squatty potties. Charlie's one of them. I think he has a squatty potty in his dome. Maybe. He doesn't have a toilet, but he has a squatty potty.
Yeah, they would just go over the hole in the floor.
Courtney says, weird bitch. This is weird. Girl, it's just going to get fucking stranger from here because I'm not even high yet. And then Tracy says, quarry potty is great. I think she means squatty potty. Yeah.
Unless you're in Quincy and you go to the quarries
and you shit in the Quincy
quarry. That's right. It goes down like 30 feet.
That's a place I would never fucking swim. I don't care how much you paid me. I would never swim the Quincy quarries. The other night we were talking about having a farm.
Like a farmstead. You don't even know what brush hogging is. How are you gonna have a goddamn farm?
I'm gonna have people for that. We're winning the lottery clearly tonight. We did win last night. That's $7.
Oh, we did win. We got 3 numbers out of 5.
Woo-hoo!
Plus, yeah, we didn't get
$7.
Yeah, look at us.
$7.
You wish it was me.
We can pay for the Canva subscription this month that we're using to create all those fun new memes. Has anybody seen them? What do you think of all of the things?
I love how she was squatty potty is gray.
Mine is gray, actually. The one that I have, the Porter squatty potty, is gray. Yeah. It folds in half. Courtney says, I lost my daughter from a certain injury I can't mention without us getting kicked off. But yes, MTHFR mutation runs strong. I am so
That is not good.
Unbelievably sorry. Yeah, so we can't talk about that thing. You have to always get health advice from the CDC or your local healthcare clinician.
That's a jerk off motion.
Yeah, in case you didn't know, I'm holding the balls out.
She's doing a little.
Yeah, I am so sorry to hear that. I can't. If you need an attorney, I know somebody who's represented a lot of families in injury cases. Tracy says I can't type. Well, that hopefully means you're on the good drugs tonight, my friend. She said, no, Quincy's Quarries, I'm sure, has dead bodies in them. Oh, for sure.
In cars, probably.
Oh, for dead bodies in cars with shit from my friend.
You would
probably
never get me in that place. No
and
way.
She says, yup, 100%. I do. I know somebody. Just email me.
Do we know where Courtney's from? Where is Courtney from?
She is from Facebook. I followed her because she has a delightful little page herself. So anyway, I wanted to go back to my idea about the breeding macaws. So we were talking about breeding
Courtney,
you're new to this, but for quite some time. For quite some time, I've been saying I want to have a hippie commune / cult.
Yeah,
I keep saying hippie commune, and people keep coming out of the woodwork and saying cult. As a matter of fact, was it last week or the week before that you told me that no, I should have a cult?
I think you would be a good lead. You have good leadership and oratory.
But I also want the best for people, and I'm selfless. So I think these are probably some of the reasons why. In any case, we're talking about we'd like to have a farm with different animals, and Doug's like, dude, it's fucking Florida. You're gonna get anacondas, you're gonna get alligators, they're gonna try to come and eat everything. And then I was like, well, we'll just get dogs, and the dogs will alert us. And then Doug was like, they're gonna eat the dogs. Yeah. So then I decided that what we would do is get macaws and breed the macaws, because they would let us know what the fuck was going on, and we could teach them all to sing the Tiki Room song. And then when they got really annoying, we could just eat them. You'd be like in the
PETA just canceled the show.
Room in the tiki
PETA
room.
has canceled.
Obviously, we're kidding. We're kidding about everything. I've been talking about my friend shit in a lake all day, which is actually true.
It actually
really
happened.
Did shit in a lake. Yeah. Tracy is laughing her ass off, and Courtney's agreed to join our hippie cult, which is good because I got Risa,
and she can bush hog,
and she whatever the fuck that is, she can do that. So I'm excited. She said we didn't learn until after the 3-year window they gave you to file a claim. You still talk to her.
Yeah,
can't hurt.
Can't hurt. Gonna go after that.
I know some people.
Hey, if you ever drank the water at Camp Lejeune,
they're fighting that shit 20 years later.
He's also your man.
Okay, so here's the other one. We were we were talking about the guy getting together. So we were talking about bestiality.
Yeah, right. Yeah, yesterday.
Was this on the podcast that we actually talked about?
We did talk about it. Yeah.
Did I talk about how we should get a pet psychic guy together with a bestiality guy?
Yes, we did talk about that.
I just want the pet psychic. Does anybody know a pet psychic guy or a bestiality guy for that matter? Because I'd really like
guy
or girl, person. I would like to know more about I would like to know, is there possibly...
Yeah.
So, because I don't really have a problem with bestiality if the animal's a willing participant. If that's who the fuck am I to judge? But we need an animal communicator. So I think that's probably what you have to do.
Oh, so you need the animal communicator.
It's like the loophole in the law. If an animal communicator says, hey, that dog over there really wants to have sex with you, and then you do it, it's okay. But there was a guy who used to call into Howard Stern who would talk about how he wouldn't have sex with a collie because collies were disgusting.
Oh, collies, yeah.
Or maybe he would only have sex with collies. I can't remember. But some people are not fans of quarries. Courtney says, I'm in Missouri, but by the way, I don't really know anyone.
I believe it's pronounced Missouri.
I have a friend in Wisconsin.
Oh, Jesus.
His name is Jan Janssen. He works in the lumberyard there. When he walks down the street, all the people he meets, they say hello. And he says hello. And they say, what's your name? And then he tells them that his name is Jan Janssen. He comes from Wisconsin, but he works in a little... So I don't know anything about Missouri. And if you know anybody that works at a lumberyard there, let me know. I've never been there, but I would like to. It's a show me state. What are you going to show us, girl? Oh, she's showing everything.
Oh, yeah, she's running around bush hogging.
Everything with her bush and her hog. And she thinks that her neighbor might be into bestiality. Interspecies
Most neighbors
erotica.
Most neighbors are.
Especially out in the country. Ask them if they would be willing to meet with a pet psychic. We'll pay $10 for a pet psychic to talk to them. She says, "Hey, my husband used to work in a lumber yard. Is his name Jan Janssen? Because I would
from
lose
Wisconsin.
my fucking mind."
She was telling my kids this story at a restaurant, and I'm like, "You just shut up." And they're like they're waiting for the story to get funny or something like that. And then and so we come out, and and there's parked right next to us was a Miata from Wisconsin.
And I took a picture of him. I'm so excited. Now I know Jan Janssen drives a Miata, and it was all jacked up too. Did it have like
it got down here from Wisconsin.
Did it have like a tow hitch on it and a bike mount on the front?
It was kind of,
it was a Toad. It was a Toad for an RV.
Yeah, that's right.
It was a Toad for an RV. Thank you. We like to think that we're wonderful, and please don't die. We want you to come back. We need our viewership.
Yeah, we need all the viewers we can get.
We're currently up at 21.
I have a couple of things today.
Show us what you're working with.
Well, I will tell you the first thing. All right, so everybody knows the stuff I put on Doug series that my wife does like often. Well, today we were messing around with AI, and we were trying to figure out okay, how could see if AI could reproduce this? So I put man sleeping on purple pillow with a jar of coconut butter on his head.
It's not coconut butter, it's
cocoa butter. And this is what it came back with. And I don't even know what's on his head. But it's I don't even know what that is. Not a jar. It looks to be some sort of maybe half of a propane tank that's covered in latex. I honestly don't know what that is, and I don't know. This is very strange, but I thought it was odd that it was somewhat more attractive than my picture.
Courtney says, "Is it better to watch us on Facebook or YouTube?" I think technically YouTube.
Well, Facebook,
but we're not really sure because we
get the comments quicker.
We get the comments fast. Well, I don't know that we get them faster than YouTube.
I think we do.
We might get them faster on Facebook, but we're trying to grow our presence on YouTube. We have a bunch on Facebook, but it really doesn't matter. We're just glad you're here. But we did get shut down on Facebook for what was it? For 4 days or something. Yeah. They wouldn't let us go live on Facebook.
But now we're back.
We're back. So thank you to the people that shared and helped us out. And I'm glad you're laughing because it's, that's the whole point is to make everybody laugh.
So another thing I found today, you know how we've been talking about swingers and things of that nature?
Yeah.
Well, I found this one today, this little cartoon that I thought was kind of funny here. And it was the graham cracker and a piece of chocolate have a proposition for the marshmallow.
See, now I feel like that's like a throuple that's meant to be.
But it's also,
I don't understand the whole concept of a throuple. I'm like, you do use on my jam, but if you're gonna be in a throuple, it should be chocolate graham cracker.
You should have some variety. I think. These folks. You got a dry ass snack. You've got a nice, tasty dark chocolate, a milk chocolate morsel, and a white, fluffy, sweet marshmallow. So I think that's where it is. But
Courtney says it's cute.
Yeah,
I think it's cute.
I don't know. I just thought it was interesting to think that
fucking s'mores.
And I thought s'mores were an innocent treat, but no, they're doing some shenanigans.
Well, I enjoy shenanigans. I actually wanted to talk about another group of people that I'm terrified of.
You're terrified of a group of people?
Yeah.
Okay.
Swedish men.
Swedish men.
Swedish men have monster dongs. So it seems that the people that are very, very black have monster dongs, and the people that are very, very white have monster dongs. Black. So if you're very, very, very black or very, very white,
Swedish,
I
don't know.
I'm a little concerned about the size of your dick, and I would like it if you could just take 2 steps back. It's not a race thing. It's a monster dong thing. I'm afraid of enormous dongs. I, once upon a time, 3 days ago, wanted to have sex with a dolphin until I found out how big their dicks are. So anybody with a monster dong, I'm just asking you to take 3 steps back. Honey, yours is only a little bit too big for me, so you can stay right here.
It's monstrous to little people. Midgets.
Starting to sound like P. Diddy. You're starting to sound like P. Diddy. You're starting to sound. Ooh, I guess he had underground river tunnels in his fucking crib or some shit. I don't even fucking know.
I don't know.
Courtney says s'mores are a little kinky too.
Yeah, I guess they are.
I think so. If you're doing it right, they could be a lot kinky. She says she likes monster dongs. Well, it's funny that you should say that because my friend Charlie, who now refuses to watch the podcast, is kind of a fucking grouch, to be honest with you. He has a monster dong and he has 15 acres. He lives by
that's
himself,
bad.
and he would like himself a sturdy gal who can work the land.
That doesn't want anything but to just sit there and
Make
satisfy
him
his
sandwiches
needs.
and have sex with him. So if that's what you want to do, I'll give you his number.
Well,
He doesn't have running water though. So, she says I'm a midget and I like big ones. Wait, are you like an actual little person? Because we need a little.
We need a little person friend. So,
Tracy says, now P Diddy saying he is a victim. Ha. I don't know. I just know that there's some sketchy ass shit going on in fucking California.
You could have set him up. You don't know.
Yeah. Okay. Sure.
She's married with six kids. That's why she needs the monster dog.
Well,
those kids, they
have a bunch of home births.
They wreaked havoc down there.
I'm so sorry. She says no, technically not, but I'm 4'10". Oh yeah, I think you technically are a little person. We also have.
I don't think you can say that.
I think
she's small in stature.
How tall do you have to be considered a little person?
I think it has to do with ratios.
No, but
which is really funny if you know what the hell I'm talking about. But no, we're getting canceled. There's no way if we ever got like a deal to like be on a network, we would
4 feet 10 inches
or less.
Defined as an adult or less. So you're a little person. You can get like a special plate and shit. You can do that.
She has long ass legs and no torso, like a flamingo.
Oh, and she home birthed them, and she's 4'10".
Oh,
we know everything about Courtney now. She loves big dongs. Yeah, you're a little person.
Look, you could probably get state aid for that.
You can probably get like a good parking spot.
Yeah, you can get something.
We have 6 kids.
Good.
We have 6 kids. They're all grown. I had C-sections for my girls. That was 3 pregnancies, 1 twofer. And the boys, I'm just glad I didn't have to push any of that out my cooch because Wes is huge. And she's like, can you really? Yeah, you can. You can really get like a special like.
Or you can get your own reality show or something. Or you can join the band Mini Kiss.
You can be on your own little show called Little Woman Big Bush. Oh, wait, Hog Bush? Is that what she's calling it?
Bush hogging.
If I was Little Woman, I would grow out a massive bush. That would be hilarious.
Yeah.
Do you imagine if like a little tiny woman came out and she's like, and then she comes out and it's like, that'd be hilarious.
So Tracy does agree that an adult 4'10" or less is considered a little person.
Yeah, I googled it. I'm
and then apparently she goes, "Yeah, I shit mine out, no problem in my bed." That's
my friend actually had her babies.
But maybe that's because I like big dogs. Maybe because that's.
Listen, it's the only part of my body that's still relatively intact. I've had everything else cut up to shit.
To shit, then you're saying.
Stomach.
Oh, you're saying in an Irish accent.
Uterus. I've had more laparoscopic surgeries than anybody.
You've got a little of this and that, don't you?
But my puss.
Your puss is A1 prime grade deli.
That's what my gynecologist said, at least.
Yeah. No, he actually said
I have a nice tight vagina. Honest to God.
And this man's seen thousands, tens of thousands.
He finished his medical residency. He had to started his medical residency at Johns Hopkins in 1958. He's seen plenty of pussy. Thank you. He likes mine.
Almost as much as me.
I don't know. He might like it more than you do. We'll have to see. I wanted to share a few. So I wanted to tell you guys the Swedish guys have monster dogs. Be afraid of them.
Well, I think everybody kind of knew that.
I was talking about something yesterday.
That's what they used to whip the dogs in the dog sled. They just use their dick.
Swedes.
Yeah.
Swedes have dog sleds?
Yeah, I just made that up.
I don't think that dog sledding is big in Sweden.
You know, I just realized that the Swedish build Volvos. Volvos are the best car on the planet, and so
it is. It's apparently one of the most popular winter activities in northern Sweden.
Don't you know not to mess with my beautiful mind?
His beautiful mind got really upset at Canva today and was having a fit because he's overcomplicating everything. I'm like, dude, it's meant for idiots. You should be able to figure it out. She says, my OBGYN told me I was going to have a hard time having kids. Then I had 6. That's why I just had home births. I think everybody should have home births given the numbers on infection in the hospital and women having birth trauma. If you don't have a complicated pregnancy, I would have my baby at home if I were you. Oh, we watched a great fucking movie yesterday. I don't think we ever talked about it.
We didn't talk about it yesterday.
Holy fuck.
We don't even know the name of this movie, by the way.
It's called Wanderlust.
Wanderlust.
It's with Paul Rudd, Jennifer Aniston, and many others. It's currently available on Netflix. If you have the Netflix. If you have T-Mobile, by the way, you currently get you currently get Netflix for free.
For absolutely.
If you did not know that, it's part of your membership. But I do want to share this just so you guys can know. So the whole concept of the movie is Jennifer Aniston and Paul Rudd. They're moving to Georgia, and on their way there, they run into a hippie commune, and it ends up being a really interesting time.
It's essentially Stacy is played by Jennifer Aniston, and I am Paul Rudd.
Pretty much, yeah.
He's kind of the stiffer of the two, and she gets into the whole thing and like wants to stay there and all this stuff, and she's very open to the commune, and he is like, I'm not eating vegan, I'm not eating this, all this stuff. So it was very well done.
So there's some great people in it. Malin Ackerman plays Eva. I'm trying to remember what we know her from.
She has been in everything, and
She's
I don't know.
Super cute. She was in Watchmen, Final Girls, Heartbreak Kid, and Rock of Ages. But I'm just trying to think of what we've seen her in that we were really into.
Hippie commune in Georgia. Yep, I can see this. Yes, absolutely.
I need Florida. I don't want income tax.
Although it's kind of cold up there in Georgia.
I don't do cold, and I don't do cold, and I don't do income tax. She was the star of Trophy Wife. She was also in Burning Love, which was hilarious. And of course, Rock of Ages. So she was How I Met My Mother.
Couples Retreat.
She was in Couples Retreat. She was in The Proposal.
She's been a lot of that stuff.
She's been in a little bit of everything.
Alan Alda was in it as the cult leader.
Alan Alda was amazing.
The red-haired girl from 6 Feet Under was in it.
Yeah, she was fantastic. She actually had a home birth in the movie. Jordan Peele was in it. He was fantastic. Who is this chick? This dude, the guy that I just didn't know if I had seen him in anything. He was in American Psycho.
No.
He was in The Girl on the Train. So he's been in a bunch of stuff that I've seen, but I just don't know where I've known him from. But in any case, great film. Jordan Peele was great. Jessica St. Clair, she's been in a bunch of stuff. She was in what was she in? She always plays like a mom. She was in She's Out of My League. She was in Bridesmaids. She's in the new Night Court spinoff, which we actually really like.
Yeah, she's not bad.
In any case, great flick, highly recommended. And it's all about these people who end up in a hippie commune. It seems pretty fucking awesome to me.
Except for the hippies.
They have the land. Everybody's growing their own
Except
food.
for the hippies.
They hang out every night and they have a good time. Nobody is like this. Just chilling.
If nobody's like that, then nobody's watching our podcast, and we don't have the money to sit around on a hippie commune and not work unless people are watching our thing.
Well, I don't want to not work. I mean, all I want to do is be healthy and help people. But given my current limitations, I have to accept where I'm at. And so I help people with the computer and like the phone calls and the Googling and emotional support. I just can't,
the Googling.
Brush a hog farm or whatever. What's she talking about?
Bush hogging.
What the fuck is a bush hogging?
Why don't you look it up? I already told you what it is, and you didn't believe it.
What did you tell me?
It's like a tractor thing with like a thing that eats everything on the
front.
So
you make crop circles? It's really bad for all the little
clears
animals.
All the stuff.
But you're not supposed to, right? Like, because if you do that, it can kill all the little animals living in the ground.
Well, it makes enough noise that they run away.
Okay.
That's okay, though. Courtney had to put her kids to bed. Her 42 kids. Do you live in a shoe like that old woman that had 22 kids and named them all Dave and lived in a shoe?
Why would she name
that's
them all
two
Dave?
Different stories.
Why would a woman name all of her children Dave?
Well, she did, and that wasn't a smart thing to do. If she had a chance to do it all over again, she would name them Weepy Weed, Buffalo Butt, Paris Garters, Weepy Weed, Soggy Muff was one. It's a Dr. Seuss story. It's fantastic. Too Many Daves, it's called.
So today, last night, I think it was, you were using that hammery thing on me.
Yes.
We have this
vibrator
thingy.
Something. It's a Theragun. It's like that thing that
use
it everywhere.
On me. He was using it everywhere on me.
Not everywhere,
unfortunately. He used it on my back and legs and whatnot because I was really in a lot of pain yesterday. And while he was there, I was watching videos on TikTok. And one of the videos was about hair color. And I was explaining to Doug how the information they were sharing was wrong. And he goes, now I know how you feel when I talk about fonts.
Oh, when I see a font on something and I'll be like, or there's bad letter spacing on something or kerning is off or something like that. So.
Courtney says, I only brush hog some of our property to make bales for the animals. That's smart.
And
But we do keep most of our property natural for our bees. Girl, you're living the dream.
You missed
but like
Tracy comment.
Tracy says that's the best attraction at King's
All right, so
Castle
King's
Line.
Castle Inn, my buddy in college, a friend of mine was dating this girl that had a 4-year-old or something, right? And he didn't want to pay, so he paid for himself and then went back and just wrote on copied the stamp with a marker on their hands, and they got him for free. That's the only thing I know. I don't even remember. I never went there, but the lady in the shoe, yeah, it was a thing. They have it at Storyland too. I was gonna say Storyville, but that was a club in Cambridge.
That's a whole other thing.
Anyway, so wait, can Courtney send us like free honey and stuff?
We would fucking lose our mind if you want to send us free honey and stuff. But
I
she
like
didn't
free
offer.
anything. No, I just threw it out there.
She just wants to send us honey.
If she wants to pay it forward.
We do buy honey from the local farmers market as often as possible. If you're watching this and you suffer from allergies at all, here's some hippie bullshit for you.
Hippie bullshit
Get
alert.
local honey.
Like from near your
Local
neighborhood.
Honey. Get a couple tablespoons a day. Sore throat, honey. Boo boo, Manuka honey. Manuka honey, expensive as shit. Currently on sale
at Costco. The my grandfather was a beekeeper before it was hip. Now everybody's keeping bees because they're all want to be like my grandfather.
My dad has bees. My dad has beehives all over his property.
Yeah, but he doesn't take care of them.
He got into it for a little while there, and then he just was no longer into it, and so now there's just like a bunch of dead beehives on the property.
Local honey works better than anything for allergies. Look at you, Miss Health Ally.
Jesus,
I could send you all Crystal's honey, sourdough bread, cookies, seed eggs, and goat milk.
Well, we can send you sarcastic comments. We appreciate that. We'll take whatever you want to send us, girl.
What do you have trouble with the taste of local honey?
We will plug your farm all day.
Good. It's all good. It's all good.
Tracy has trouble.
Yeah, she has trouble with the taste of local honey. I think it's good. At least down here is good. Up there was good because we got it from our buddy.
How do you have trouble with the taste of local honey?
Well, she has trouble with the taste of dick too.
You could just she doesn't ever have the taste of dick because she's a lesbian.
Oh, I forgot.
Yeah, she's an OG lesbian. What do you think we call her?
Why do you think she's a lesbian?
Because she's a beekeeper.
Doesn't like the taste of dick.
Maybe that's why she.
I just came up with that. I have no idea if dick tastes like anything, and I'm hoping that mine tastes fantastic.
Actually, you know that you.
I don't know. I don't know anything. I do not have trouble. I do have trouble with the taste of dick. I've just solved the lesbian problem.
Maybe
all we need
the dick
is
would be better if you put honey on it.
Maybe it's like a little.
Get the honey.
You get some Banaka and you put it on there. Remember Banaka?
It's a breath freshening.
It's a breath freshener spray. You just right on your dick,
and
you're getting all kinds of.
Do you want someone to spray mint on your dick?
Well, I don't. You know what? If my dick's getting in someone's mouth,
stay right here.
She's gonna put. No, you're not putting mint on my dick.
Why?
Just sit down. Would you please sit down? You put. I remember one day you put something on there.
Look, representing Vitamin C Chiropractic, because if you support us, we support your business. And if you need supplements, dude, reach out.
I'm getting yelled at by the little tiny person with the 42 kids. I don't,
She's crying. She does not want you to.
I'm 50% of this podcast. I can say things about.
You don't want mint on your dick.
Not at the moment, no. But I'm telling you, if you tell guys if they spray mint on their dick that they're gonna get their dick sucked, everybody's gonna do it.
I'm pretty sure that if you put mint on your dick, Tracy is not going to suck it.
Oh,
I could be wrong.
I'm just saying.
And I'm also pretty sure Courtney's not going to suck it either because she's getting pregnant 6 fucking times. I don't think she gives head.
She'll get pregnant from her ear hole.
Courtney.
That boy.
Buy or sell Michelle is over on Instagram.
If you need now we got to act nice.
If you need
Michelle's a nice person.
If you need a realtor in the greater, Worcester area, Michelle and our friend Sandy are your great options. And then of course there's our friend George.
I hate to talk about
mortgage,
like dicks and stuff in front of Michelle because
she's a nice lady.
She's a nice lady.
She has a kid. She must have seen a dick at some point in her life. In any case, Michelle, the problem with watching us on Instagram is that Instagram fucking sucks.
And they cut us off at 9 o'clock.
They're going to cut us off at 9 o'clock on the dot. So come over to Facebook or YouTube if you are so inclined. But we are just glad you're fucking here because you're amazing and we love you.
Courtney says mint on the dick might be a little warm or cool. Maybe she says, yeah, I think.
Well,
one or the other.
Have you not given an Altoid blowjob? You put an Altoid in your mouth and give someone a blowjob. I have done it for you. In case you forget that.
Yeah, I remember getting Altoid in my pee hole. Tracy says she would not suck a dick no matter how minty or otherwise.
Yeah, but what if it tasted like a Ghirardelli brownie, but it had no calories? I'd be sucking dicks. I like some brownies with no calories. The problem is I would feel the need to chew on it. You don't want anyone chewing on your dick.
No.
You did mention that.
I don't know. I don't want anything.
You said you wanted to chew on my
No.
nipple gum, my gumdrop.
Oh, that's right. I
today.
said something because I was chewing gum, and I said I'd rather be chewing on your bubble gum nipples, which was hysterical. And yeah, so that was that.
I don't think we should be allowed to have a podcast.
No, we really shouldn't.
This podcast is genuinely the argument against the First Amendment because people should not be able to say anything. Apparently, there's a thing called Mel's Hole.
Yes, Mel's Hole is an amazing story.
Tell them about
It's
Mel's
amazing.
Hole.
All right, so this guy had this trail behind his house, Mel, and there was this hole that it was just this hole in the ground, and so he's like, what's up with this hole? And he kind of would throw a rock down there, couldn't hear it splash, didn't hear it, it would just went forever. And so apparently the guy started throwing stuff down the hole for years and years, and nothing
ever. It wasn't just him; it was the neighbors. No, everybody.
They were throwing refrigerators down there. Nothing, and it never got. They never got. It never got filled up.
Ask a local person. You might get a tale that involves paranormal activity,
Mel's
government
Hole is
conspiracies,
the best story.
Dead animals coming back to life. Find someone more skeptical, and you'll probably get an eye roll and a solid explanation as to why it's not true. Those who perpetuate the myth can't or won't reveal the location of the supposedly supernatural hole. But Jack Powell, a well-respected state geologist, points to the less menacing, real hole near Ellisburg that is likely the inspiration. He'll tell you that the modern rural legend, as told on AM late-night radio, is geologically impossible.
Now, I've listened to both episodes of Art Bell. He has that Art Bell radio hour, he used to do overnights, and I'll talk about UFOs and Bigfoot and crap like that. And so, he had the guy call up and goes, my name is Mel and blah, blah, blah. And he's talking about Mel's Hole and all this stuff and how geologists came out and all this stuff. And so
you can look this up. I'm reading an article from the Daily Record, but
so Tracy says his dog was waiting for him on his porch the morning after it died, and he threw it into the hole. So
that's what I've heard. Allegedly. Yes.
Something's
going on. Her allegedly. Just read that on
allegedly. Yes.
So after listening, so this was the Believers. There's all kinds of stuff about the fact that it's not. They think it's not true and all that.
It's
stuff.
Such a good. If anybody likes podcasts or whatever, look up the Art Bell Mel's Hole. There's part 1 and 2. It's riveting. It's crazy awesome.
Okay, so after listening to the radio show, he didn't think much for quite a while until 2021. He got contacted by a member of the Seattle area discussion group that was studying Mel's Hole. Caller was part of an online chat club. They were hoping for geological information about the area as part of their coming here to search for Mel's Hole. He agreed to talk to them in the interest of giving them accurate information about local geology, he said. The group visited Saturday, and Powell said he gave a standard lecture, a scientific overview of layman's terms of the geology of Kittis County and some of the specifics about the Manistash Ridge. He also guided the group to the old mine shaft and told them it was the inspiration of the mythical Mel's Hole. Alleged mythical Mel's Hole. The hole in Manistash Ridge doesn't exist, he said. They thanked me and served me some pie they had. But they wouldn't let go of the possibility of Mel's Hole. That group later formed the Seattle Paranormal Society. Powell acknowledged that Mel's Hole has become a surprisingly long-lived legend based on no evidence at all. I believe it just because I like to believe things.
Oh, it's such a cool story.
Because that could be something really cool, and I want to believe cool stuff instead of all the fucking terrible things that are happening in the world. I mean, all this shit about Hollywood is really annoying me.
That's true.
It's been annoying me for a long time, but I'm glad it's being brought out into light now. It's not.
But why do they think this guy didn't? There's not a hole in the ground. There's plenty of holes in the ground.
They don't think it's as deep as he's claiming. They don't think because people say they've been throwing shit in that hole for years.
Yeah.
And it should be filled by now, but here we are. It's not. So maybe you want to put my body in Mel's Hole. Would you want to put something in Mel's Hole?
If it was Melinda.
Could be Melinda. You don't know. Which was interesting. Something that I found that was interesting. Did you know that most of our pharmaceutical medications are actually made in China?
It wouldn't surprise me, but
so let's look it up.
I would think that if they Well, no, go ahead, look it up.
I can't be the first person to ask this question. Fact check. Do 95% of the over-counter, I'm not talking about over-the-counter, I'm talking about prescription. From the Atlantic Council.
Never heard of it.
Maybe, but the U.S. is relying more on China for pharmaceuticals and vice versa. The U.S. is importing 10.2 billion while exporting 9.3 billion to China,
So it's like half.
Which is kind of nice though, because it just means that we have an export. Yay! We're killing people in other countries.
And we're tariffing theirs coming in. So there's that.
Yeah, and who gets fucked? The American people. But it's safe to buy pharmaceutical medications or vaccines from China, but it's not safe.
We didn't say vaccines. We said
it's
pharmaceuticals.
It includes vaccines.
Well, maybe.
No, I'm telling you it does. I looked it up.
Okay.
But does it matter whether it's an injectable or not? Pharmaceutical is pharmaceutical. It comes from China, and that's okay. That's safe. It's safe to get your medication from China, but don't you dare scroll TikTok. That's not safe.
You just went
they
in a
can't
whole
be trusted.
different arena than I was thinking.
I know you were.
I was thinking about.
But I had a note. I have notes. See, I have notes for the podcast.
Well, I have a note right here. Look at that. Notes. Yeah.
There's no notes there. You're just pretending
Look,
to have
numbered. They're all numbered. Look at the numbered notes.
Those aren't numbered notes. Those are not. You're just making shit up. The bottom.
I thought you were going to go into all the stuff that comes out of China is laced with lead. Now, if I was the Chinese government and I really had ill will towards the United States, all the pharmaceutical stuff that would be coming over here would have stuff in it that wasn't supposed to be in it.
I don't trust anything from there.
So anyway, that's that.
I don't know.
I mean, I had a bag of frozen peas or something. I look on a product of China, and I'm like, how the hell are we not growing peas in this goddamn country?
Here's what's really crazy is if you get food that's from outside of the United States, you have to know what the food safety regulations are within that country. So if you get something that is organic and it's made in China, it's not.
Why are we picking on China? We could pick on, and we picked
China,
on the Swedes.
There's plenty
before.
of other countries. Yeah, if you have a massive dong, keep it away from me. But if you have, if you claim your food, it's slightly above average.
Thanks for that.
What sound do I make when it goes in? Do you remember?
It's more of like an air sucking sound, like you ate a lemon.
I'm sorry. What is the sound?
I'm not gonna make the sound that you make.
Why?
I don't know.
So do you not feel like you get enough positive reinforcement for the things that you do with your penis?
You know what?
What?
You just, whatever I do, you're going to enjoy it. And you're going to, yeah.
You think so? Whatever I do, I'm going to enjoy it. Really? Is that...
Yes, you're going to enjoy it. You better. It's your wifely duty.
I am going to do good sex to you because I'm really good at sex. It's from a John LeJoie song. Dude, if you haven't watched him, he's hilarious. He was on...
The songs are really funny.
John LeJoie, Fuck Everything, I Don't Give a Fuck. The best song ever, every Pedophile Shuffle. Like, he has so many songs.
It's not nice. Pedophile.
So fucking funny. I was just also, like, I'm not trying to jump all over the place with topics today, but do you think that it would, if I had a Josh Allen tattoo on my ass, that it would be improve your sexual performance?
No, but it would make you a more attractive woman.
That might be the gayest thing you've ever said. Courtney says louder for those in the back. And then she says, I don't think China is who we should be worried about, though. Yeah, I'm worried about my own fucking country. As Courtney said, the enemy is right here. Yeah, I'm always going off on some sort of government conspiracy bullshit.
You really are.
I love that shit. And then, I don't know. I had some notes.
Give me a random note that you have.
Oh, I'm obsessed with Dean.
Dean does commercials for leisure travel RVs. And he's Canadian, and he does such a good job at the at presenting the vans. And really, they only make a few different layouts of these vans. They're really, really nice. they're building them as fast as they can, and they can't build them fast enough. Anyways, he says he has a cute little accent, like he says batteries, and like he talks about being on Jenny Craig.
He's not really on Jenny Craig, but
insulation,
over at YouTube and
UX monitor panel, and we also have brand new floor mats.
Here doing a tour of the 2024 Murphy Bid Lounge
wipers built in for cleaning your windshield. It's big inside. It's
he goes
easy
over
to get
everything
in and out of the motorhome. You got lots of room, and they've got some great comfort features.
So excited about
He's all excited about this thing.
And that's all done right here on the control panel. I love how the two Mercedes-Benz captain chairs become part of the motorhome. They even have a leg extension for us guys with long legs. Plus, they reupholster the seats in ultra fabric, so they're super comfortable. And I love the fact that they've got airbags built in to the
so
seats.
Enthusiastic with the product
airbag.
He's like the Michael Jordan.
Airbags to just nice and safe. We're going down the road. We have power windows. This has also got electric steering. It is unbelievable. Power brakes. We also have the heated power outside mirrors, tilted steering, telescopic steering. Absolutely fantastic.
We're going to get a leisure travel van, and we're going to name it
map lights here. Right here we have the 10.25-inch MBUX monitor panel, and it's like an iPad.
Oh, they can't hear it when the video's going. All right, we didn't miss anything.
That's all right. You don't want to hear us. You don't want to hear us at all. I'm glad it's clearer over there, so everybody knows it's clearer on YouTube.
Well,
thank you, Courtney, for doing the test work for us.
It's clear that we should not be doing a podcast because we don't know what the hell we're doing. We have a few thumbs up. Nick Williams, our brother Nick. Derek was here. What's up? Courtney, of course, and Shannon Doring. Do we know who Shannon is?
I don't know who she is.
Shannon is. I'm trying to think.
What is the strangest thing you've ever seen on a home?
On a home or in a home?
I guess in a home.
In a home. Geez. Carpeting in a bathroom is pretty.
I had a bathroom that had a toilet that constantly backed up, and it had carpeting. It was absolutely terrible.
Elvis had carpeting in his bathroom where he died. But one time we went to look at this house, and there was just some random closet on the first floor that they just stuck a toilet in it.
Oh my God.
It was a toilet closet.
Okay, so my parents have a Cape. And when they bought the house, there was like an empty room upstairs. And so my stepmom had a shitload of clothes, and that house didn't have a lot of closets. My dad used the 2 bedrooms upstairs had no closets. So my dad turned where, like in a Cape, normally you go up the stairs, there's a room at the top of the stairs. Most people have a bathroom there, right?
Right.
And then there's a bathroom downstairs. So my dad just, I don't even know how to describe this. Like I guess it's a good thing I'm not in the will, because I wouldn't know what the fuck to do with that house. So he moved the bathroom that's like traditionally in the place a bathroom is in a Cape into another room in the house. Then he put a toilet. He built a closet where there's supposed to be a bathroom at the top of the stairs. He plumbed the toilet in and made my stepmom a closet around that. So he would go in there and like smoke and shit. There was no sink. It was like you couldn't wash your hands. He would smoke and with her clothes and shit with her clothes, and he kept a gun there. And he would shoot at the woodchucks on the lawn.
On the toilet. Butt hanging out of his mouth.
The toilet. So I guess the moral of the story is I'm really not all that weird if you consider where I came from. I don't know why that's the strangest thing I've ever seen in a house is my dad smoking and shitting in my stepmother's closet while shooting at woodchucks. And by the way, if you're on the back porch, they've since remodeled, so it's a little bit different. But if you were on the back porch of my parents' house, my dad wouldn't tell you, and he would just start shooting at things. So there's bullets coming, like you're just sitting there eating a cheeseburger on the back deck, and bullets are going over your fucking head. Because we're from Berkeley, and that's how we roll, Berkeley Bubs. But now they remodeled. There's a beautiful bathroom upstairs. My dad did a great job on that. Is it a half bath or a full bath?
I have no idea.
And then I think it's a full bath. And then downstairs, they never even put the grout in the tiles in the bathroom. Mm-hmm. And now it's due to be remodeled again.
Tracy, this is funny. The weirdest thing she has ever seen in a house was part of the Underground Railroad in Massachusetts. It creeped me out. My friends, growing up in grammar school, my friend's house had that. That was like, it didn't creep me out. I thought it was actually really cool. And Courtney's dad used to shoot the coyotes out the window. And now she has
That's what my dad do. Now I have to. That's a good time. If you got some macaws that sang the Tiki Room song, you would know that they're.
I don't know. I didn't think you could actually. Well, I guess maybe we've said too much, but I didn't. I thought in a lot of places that coyotes you could not shoot.
I don't know. Can you shoot coyotes?
Now you're going to be on a government list.
I'm already on I'm on all the government lists. Coyotes may be taken as a fur bearer year-round on private property with landowner permission by rifle, shotgun, pistol, muzzle loader, crossbow, and bow.
Use anything but a hand grenade.
However, it's important to check with the local police department of discharging within certain fire areas. I don't think that she's going to admit to like committing some sort of a federal crime on the Facebook, but what do I know?
But I'm wondering if maybe she's on the same property as the dad. So like maybe she had inherited the property.
Oh, maybe her
and the coyote problem
passed, or maybe the father's like, "Fuck you, you're old enough. You fucking shoot him. I don't want to do it anymore. I don't like these PETA people getting mad at me all the time." Tracy said there was some crazy energy to the Underground Railroad pathway, and I think that it creeped me out. It was like you could feel their fear. It's interesting because one of the I want to say it was one of the Amityville movies or one of the Conjuring movies or one of the Amityville reboots, they actually referenced the Underground Railroad in one of these movies, and it was really fucking creepy as shit, and also an amazing film.
You would think by the time they got to Massachusetts, they'd be less nervous or something.
Yeah, well,
but who knows?
But then in Massachusetts, people would be fake, not racist.
But I think at that point they needed to get to Canada. I think at the early days of that, right? I think.
I don't really know.
Before the.
But what I will tell you is this. I like people in the South better than the people in the North because so many people in New England, in particular, the more PC they are, the less PC they are. So, like, they'll be all nice to your fucking face, but what they say behind your back, these Southerners will say, look you dead in the eye and say, bless your heart. And you know that they're like, fuck you, asshole. Whereas New Englanders will be fake as shit. I'm not. I don't really know how to be fake. I really wish I did. Then I was thinking about people who see. I just have a whole bunch of things. Oh, I have a problem with my poo that I thought I would tell you guys.
Haven't we talked enough about your poop?
We didn't talk about my poop today. We talked about my pee, and we did talk about Zach's pee
and poop.
Sometimes when I can't poop, if I push on my perineum,
it's called your taint.
My taint, the poop comes out. It's like a poop push button. Do you have that? If you push on that, does that help?
Here, try it. Give me a little push.
I don't think I want you to poop on me.
I don't think I have that problem.
Why is it the one time you want me to touch you is when you're going to shit? I try to touch you every night on the podcast. You're like, no, don't touch me. But you want to shit on my fingers? What kind of fucked up?
I'm calling you bluff, bitch.
I'm going to make bullets.
Life is too short to be fake. You're going to make bullets out of poop.
Yeah, we already talked about that tonight.
Well, it's kind of like it's kind of like like the chimp at the zoo will throw poop at you.
Oh my god, there's a toy that they sell
that will throw poop at you.
Oh my god, I saw this and I sent it to you. I told you I wanted it.
You didn't send it to me. You told me about it.
No, I sent it to you on fucking TikTok.
You send me 47 TikToks a day. If I get to all of them, it's a miracle.
Yo, this thing is so cool.
A flinging poop toy.
Yeah, doesn't everybody want a flinging?
Let's see.
It's I need this game.
All right, are you going to put it on the screen for us?
I'm going to. I just want to get the goddamn ad.
Goddamn motherfucker.
Dude, this is what it is.
Spin the spinner to see how many flings you get. Youngest player.
How many flings?
Lift the tail on the monkey flinger and load the dough into the opening on his back.
Load the dough.
Push down until all the dough.
Oh, that's
now
terrible.
Shape the dough how you want it.
Then give it a pinch.
Here's where you can get creative. How will you do your dough? Shape it how you
I
want.
don't understand. You have to take a ball of dough, put it into a monkey so it comes out as poop.
When your poo is in place, let it fly. Put one hand on the base to keep it steady. Then hit the launcher. Whoa! Look at that poo fly.
I think we might have to buy this toy and play it on the podcast.
I'm just saying that there are some brilliant fucking things in society that we are missing out on. And the monkey see, monkey poo is one of them. I have to buy a birthday gift. I have 2 birthdays coming up. Remember, I only bought the books. I didn't buy the gifts yet.
Right. Don't give it away. Tracy says, "Oh my God, you have to buy this."
I'm gonna buy it for my neighbor's kid because her
if we were German, we would play it for real with each other.
Wow, I think that's racist, but I'm not sure.
Well, Germans love the scat porn.
I have to get
scat
this.
playing.
That's
monkey
so cool.
See, monkey poo.
Monkey see, monkey poo. It's just for those of you who are wondering.
Well,
it's $16.85 on Amazon.
It's not much worse than Operation, where you're pulling bones out of the guys.
That game gives you anxiety. I don't know. Yeah, I was always very good at it because I had and Perfection.
Perfection, yeah, but you can do Perfection in 15 seconds.
What's the one? What's the one that they got that it was like Super Perfection? And you have to fit them together. They had to give me that because I beat Perfection too fast.
Perfection was easy. Yeah,
Perfection is just too.
If you were past 30 seconds, you were not good.
You had problems, although I don't know if I could do it anymore now.
Oh yeah.
Tracy says, "Oh my God, you have to buy this," and she says, "Life is too short to be fake, girl. If I could only, I wish I could fucking be fake. That would be good."
Hi there.
I can't even act normal for like more than 10 minutes.
Not really. No.
I wear a bra to church on Sundays. That's the only time.
Yeah.
I've worn a bra to church every Sunday that we've gone to church.
To me in the Jeep on the way home.
I do. Actually pulled it out of the center console of the Jeep so I would have it to wear on Sunday this week.
Oh, very good. It's Easter.
Trace says, "Oh my God, you have to buy this." I put it in my Amazon cart. I have to decide which kid it's for because they're both having birthdays soon. I just like to buy them cool ass toys that I want to play with. What time is it already? It's already 9:11.
It's 9 o'clock. We should do our gratitude.
We can't get to gratitude. We have to go over things. We have
go over your hashtags. Then we're doing gratitude.
Why are you in such a hurry? Why don't you want to talk to these people?
Because you will talk till 2 in the goddamn morning.
Maybe
most podcasts go for 45 minutes, like maybe an hour.
Hang on,
but not us.
Do you have any news from the Bills Mafia?
Bills Mafia.
Other than the fact that you think I would be sexier if I put a Josh Allen tattoo.
Yeah,
on my ass.
There's that.
Just come out already.
And then there's
Josh Allen. My husband's your biggest fan. He wants to suck your dick.
I don't want to suck anybody's dick.
Not even Josh Allen's.
Not even if it was minty.
Not even if it made them win.
Not even if it was minty.
Not even if it made them win.
No, it would be too much of a distraction.
You think you giving a blowjob would be too much of a distraction?
Yeah, because I've never done it before, and it'd probably be lousy. And he'd be all like going out there with like tooth cuts on his dick, and then not be able. I can't do that. No. As far as
Josh,
they are having the owners meetings, and there were some rule changes and things like that they're working on.
They might get Tre'Davious White back.
Well, they said the window's open, but I think the way it goes is that they would have to reactivate the money that they saved by cutting him when they did. We'll see.
How come all the teams don't have the same amount of money? Shouldn't that be how it goes?
Well, they do, but then you use your money, and then it's so you have Josh Allen's making like $49 million a year, right? So that's $49 million. But then you're the Patriots, who currently don't have a quarterback on the roster, so they have an additional amount of money to spend on a bunch of other players. So
I don't even know what that means, but okay. So Long Lake is where my friend shit. So in case you wonder, Gag City. So apparently is that the Nicki Minaj thing?
It's a Nicki Minaj thing.
Listen,
speaking of Gag City, Doug, you should have more confidence in yourself. Eggplant water.
It's actually what I was about to talk about is that when you're in Eggplant City, if you want it to not be Gag City, what you need to do is breathe through your nose. Just so you know. Just I could go on all day. You're making the point here. Breathe through your nose. Here's the other thing you can do. Get yourself on the edge of the bed. Flip your head back like a Pez dispenser. No gag reflex.
That's my wife.
Just teaching you how to do things. Educational. Edutainment is this podcast. If you there says there's 33 people watching, but the two that we really know of right now are Tracy the lesbian, not sucking a dick, and Courtney, who's got 6 children. And I think probably she's probably off the dick for a while after 6 goddamn children. Sore. The poor woman is sore every time she goes near the man. She gets knocked up again. Okay, so I don't know what other people think, but I wanted you to have that information. So the Dollar Tree has now upped their pricing. Now they have this aisle of extra pricing.
They're $5 items.
So first it was $1, then it was $1.25. I asked the employees every time I go, I'm like, hey, they raised the prices to $1.25. Did you get a 25% raise? They in fact did not. And then of course, and by the way, nowadays, if you want to raise, you're going to switch companies. So just do that. Switch companies.
Just go to Dollar General, go to Dollar Store.
Yeah. Go to Family Dollar, go to Five Below,
some sort of other
way
dollar.
Up to Walmart. The other thing I wanted to share was that
I'm going to create 50-cent city. I'm going to take all the business away from them. 50. Come on down to 50 cents.
People are getting annoyed, so now they're going to have items as much as $7 at the Dollar Tree.
This doesn't make.
That's what they do. Is then like first it's like okay, we have this aisle that's $3.
They need to rename
like now.
themselves.
Think about the dollar section at Target used to be really good, and they started adding $3 items and $5 items, and the same thing they did at Five Below. And it's like if you want anything halfway decent there, suddenly it's $20.
Well, they should just change the name to all those dollar stores. This cheap crap.
Cheap Chinese crap that's going to end up in a landfill. iOS 18. So apparently that big Apple, they do their hullabaloo every year.
Big deal.
It's going to be somewhere between June 10th and 14th, and they're going to be announcing iOS 18. I know that there have been a lot of security updates this year on the iPhone. I actually just updated Doug again today because I didn't want him to be all behind and whatnot. Steven Tyler is how old today?
76 years old. Lead singer for Aerosmith and New England native. And sometimes Scituate resident, sometimes Marshfield resident, is 76 years old.
The Rogan episode with Steven Tyler was really interesting. Steven Tyler is pretty much always working. I've heard that he's kind of like a kind of a workaholic, very high strung, and not necessarily the nicest to work with.
Well, I think back in the 70s there was some shenanigans. I think in the 80s they hit the drugs really hard, and then when they came back,
there was some shenanigans. All right.
When they came back in the mid late 80s, it seemed like they got their crap together and they worked really hard and sort of had a second resurgence on their career. So good for them.
So Boston apparently 2 people have made sexual assault allegations about over.
One was like a teen
Steven
in the
Tyler.
70s
They were both minors. So last week, a woman named Janine Bellino filed a lawsuit in New York Supreme Court alleging that Aerosmith's lead singer Steven Tyler assaulted her in the 1970s when she was 17 years old and he was about 27. And then the second lawsuit in the past 12 months, it's the second in the last 12 months alone. Julia Misley, formerly Holcomb, sued him on allegations as a minor. She says in 1973, when she was 16, he embarked on a relationship with her, going so far as to become her guardian so that she could travel with him without attracting law enforcement attractions. While Tyler has denied Misley's allegations, he also seemed to try to confirm her account in his memoir. The Cut has contacted the representative for Tyler for comment, and he will update her when you hear back.
Tracy says the statute of limitations is way up from the 70s, and they all have to be taken down just saying, not saying.
Well, it's always hard because if you think like when somebody comes forward with an allegation, when someone's suddenly famous or they're suddenly in a position of power, it makes you wonder.
And it kind of,
but at the same time, like you don't ever want to deny a woman's claim. So I know that I had heard about the younger one for years and years and years. That was the story. He gives me the heebie-jeebies, to be honest with him. And I don't find him to be attractive. Why does anybody find these fucking skinny ass motherfuckers to be attractive?
You're like a guy with meat on his bone.
I like a little dad bod. Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
You want to show them your sexy dad bod?
Not really.
Play with your nipples a little bit?
Not really, no.
No?
No.
Okay. Well, you're not very fun. And then my
I don't want any lawsuits.
That
man went on the podcast with his dad bod. He made me feel uncomfy.
I said you made me uncomfy last night. I could be the night before last. I can crack a joke at the most inappropriate time. Korn going on tour. Lead singer of Korn has recently become a Jesus dude.
Name one Korn song that I might know.
Oh, what are you doing over there?
Don't know. I was trying to pull up something.
Trying to think. Freak on a Leash.
Sing it.
Oh, I don't think I can do that. Got the Life. They were on South Park.
I don't think I know any songs.
Got the life. No.
No.
Okay. Well, and now they have songs like
Good God,
Adidas,
Shoots and Ladders.
I don't even know what to say. So it'll be interesting to see what if their or at least the lead singer's spirituality has impacted. The thing that's really funny is Korn was referenced on the Gilmore Girls. Apparently, Mrs. Gilmore, and I mean Mrs. Gilmore.
Yeah, the grandmother.
Paid by who played her?
Emily Bishop.
No, the grandmother.
Marion Ross.
Marion Ross of Happy Days fame played the grandmother of Lorelai, so the great grandmother of Rory, and apparently she had a rental property. She rented to Korn, and they planted tulips. Korn was also on South Park, but the lead singer of Korn's been on all the religious programs as of recent, and he's apparently a Bible thumper. But he seems like a pretty cool guy. I mean, you gotta like anybody who has locks. And then I just wanted to share, some stuff that we had going on our page today. If y'all are so inclined, you can just go there on our Facebook, our Instagram, our TikTok, our Twitter. If you could smash the like, follow, subscribe everywhere. We're just trying to grow this thing. And I don't know, you guys, the 36
hey, there we are.
Here. You're here with being the coolest kids in town. So in other news, the best place to view the stars. So I shared the article from the Good News Network, and apparently the Oregon Outback area was named the world's largest dark sky sanctuary. It was number 19 or something.
Oh, that's right, because it has zero light pollution, so you can see it like the Milky Way.
Yeah, it says Oregon is now home to the world's 19th dark sky sanctuary, offering pristine views of the night sky across 3,800 square miles, making it the largest of its kind. The certification issued by Dark Sky International involves a years-long effort by federal, state, and local. So if you want to go look at some skies, do that. But if you're going to look at the eclipse on the 8th,
you got to go to,
I think, Texas is the place to go, Texas, and there's all kinds of places to go.
Missouri, maybe.
Ooh, maybe.
I will say this: the Milky Way is visible down here, but we have a lot of light pollution, so we haven't seen it.
We need
yet.
To go into
I think I'm gonna lose my crap when I see it.
What is the thing that we need to go to?
The woods.
Well, yeah, the woods. Let's go somewhere woodsy, not Cape Coral. Oh, hippie nonsense today. Does the full moon affect your health? Well, look at this. Apparently, they found some evidence that 81% of mental health professionals believe the full moon can make people ill.
Like a werewolf.
Like werewolves. They've seen behavioral changes, and of course, there have been many sources of superstitions considering the ocean tides, but also many people will tell you that parasites breed with the full moon, much like grunion or what other fucking fish you want.
The grunion run.
And so they had a study that found that people who it may affect your sleep schedule. People fall asleep later, and it can fuck up your REM sleep. It may affect males and females differently. The females have sleep less, and the males have more sleep close to the full moon.
Oh, that's why.
To explain why I slept till fucking 10 o'clock today, and I've been so tired all day. And it can actually increase issues pertaining to anxiety, bipolar, depression, and schizophrenia. And of course, they talk about your cardiovascular system. It actually can impact your blood pressure. It tends to drop around the new and full moon phases. And of course, people have been persistent in believing that there are more assaults, traumas, and suicides during full moon periods, and numerous researchers have tackled those questions. They reviewed the records and so forth, and they said it doesn't cause an increase. If you talk to a fucking nurse at a hospital, she would tell you you're a fucking liar. And then, of course, they talk about the moon and menstrual cycles, and that some people have a connection between the moon and their menstrual cycle.
I know that blood.
When I still had one, I would get my period every fucking full moon.
Moon blood.
So now you know. And
right.
then, of course, it looks like we're able to live stream on Facebook again, but I am curious as to whether people would want to live in a tent for a week or one night in a real haunted house.
Ooh.
I'm convinced our Marshfield house was haunted.
Yeah, I think there was something there.
And and it didn't scare me at all. So but I enjoy a good haunting. So I'm going haunted house, but I'd stay in a tent too. What do you think? I do enjoy a bathroom though.
Well, apparently it takes 19 months for a human crap to degrade in the wild. Let's get back to some comments. Courtney likes meat on the bones too. St. Louis area will have the eclipse. She says she has a moon journal on Amazon. We all should check it out.
Girl, you're doing a little bit of everything. Send us a link. I don't think you can write out the link and I'll pull it together and post it.
Tracy believes the moon does fuck with you, and it's definitely worse in the hospital and 9/11 police jobs.
Yeah, her wife is goddamn nurse. She would know.
She worked in a haunted building. Oh, haunted building.
Do the freaks come out only at night, or is it during the day too?
Night.
I don't know.
Come mad at night. But who are you gonna call?
I don't know. But so which one are you doing? Haunted house for one night or tent for a week?
That's a nice tent right there. I might do tent.
No bathroom.
Yeah, right. I'm sure the haunted house has all kinds of plumbing too.
Fuck, marry, kill.
Oh yeah, with Three's Company.
Yeah, you're not actually gonna kill anyone.
I gotta fuck Suzanne Summers, marry Joyce DeWitt because she's just nice. And then Jack Tripper. I don't like his homophobia kind of thing.
Homophobia,
and he's already dead, so I can kill him.
He was homophobic.
Huh?
He was homophobic.
Well, he had to play gay to live there.
That doesn't mean he's homophobic.
The whole show was homophobic.
I don't think the whole show was homophobic.
You couldn't do it today.
I don't know if you could.
So anyway,
gays, speak up for yourselves. Can you make Three's Company today where somebody pretends to be gay? What?
There was one point where Jack got in bed and didn't know that Mr. Roper was in the bed too, and it was that's hysterical. Two guys in a bed. Yeah, it's not funny.
Why is it not funny?
Because you can't make fun of gay people. That was making fun of gay people.
I don't know that it was making fun of gay people. It was making fun of himself. But I don't know. If you're, let me.
But
know
I love John.
I love
John Ritter. He was brilliant.
I went with marry Jack because he cooked and
he's got a dick.
Kill Suzanne Summers so she doesn't reproduce. Not Suzanne Summers, but the character, because Suzanne Summers, I think she's brilliant, and I read her book, Keeping Secrets, about growing up in an alcoholic family. What an interesting book. And then, of course, Joyce DeWitt,
there goes the secret.
She's going to try really hard because she's not as attractive. And then, so that's what I think about that. Tracy says
we already got that one, and we got the haunted building, but we can start with Courtney.
Just look up my Moon Journal on Amazon with my name; it will come up. Well, I can try.
Moon Journal, wider than a mile. Nobody knows that song, do they? It's Moon River by Perry Como. It's an old standard.
The fact that I said Moon Journal Courtney and it just magically filled itself in. Oh, look at this.
Courtney.
Look at this. Look at. Oh, hang on. Where is it?
Total Eclipse of the Soul. That sounds like a Miles Davis album.
Moon Journal, and it's by Courtney Renee Richey. It's an 60-day moon journal. Embark on this transformative with the 60-day moon journal, meticulously crafted to align your spirit with cosmic dance of the moon. Enchanting journal and goes beyond the ordinary, providing a celestial roadmap of self-discovery, mindfulness, and holistic well-being under the moon's gentle flow. That's really interesting. It's available in hardcover or paperback for $18.99. Check that shit out. Why is this not? I have this sharing, but it's not. Doesn't seem to be sharing.
Well, I thought it was sharing. Was it not? There it is. There's the Moon Journal.
There's the Moon Journal. So again, you can get it in paperback or hardcover. Hardcover is slightly more expensive, but you're doing some soul searching. It's not a bad way to start out the day.
It's if you believe in the moon.
So
some people don't.
Some people do, and we pulled that up, so we're done. Tracy said I agree with Doug's choices, and but is it offensive? Is it offensive? Three's Company. Ask Tracy. You're the only gay that's talking tonight, so speak up. What say you? You're close enough. You're gonna have to pretend to be a gay man for a few minutes. Courtney says, yeah, I have a few on Amazon. Total Eclipse of the Soul. It's a shadow workbook, and 369 Manifestation Journal, and my Moon Journal. Courtney is going to fucking town, ladies and gentlemen. I suggest you do the same. That's fantastic. I got to pick your brain about this. Have you actually have you made any money doing this? Because I've been talking about writing a book forever and I haven't. I just want to share this tab again. So here are all of Courtney's books. Total Eclipse of the Soul, available on Kindle. So technically you get it for free. And she's written 369 Manifestation Method Journal and Workbook, and then a Moon Journal, like we talked about. So check out Courtney's shit.
Wow.
She's
she's like a celebrity.
When she's not birthing 6 kids who she's probably homeschools and bushwhacking and writing books and
being short
and journal. And how much cocaine are you on, Courtney? We need to know. Back to.
I would like to publish a journal of my moon being my butthole. 12 months of butthole. I don't know what I'm talking about.
Listen,
I wouldn't get past the first month.
If it pays the bills, I'm down for it. If first you so to succeed, try again, then quit. There's no point in being a damn fool about it.
That's right.
I found that to be inspiring. And then just some comments. And I know we shared this, but I'm not sure this is for kids. It's my kids. My friend's kids got this Play-Doh Fun Factory or the barbershop or whatever it is. And
barbershop.
It just looks like a sex toy. Oh, and Doug had asked me to lick if he wanted to lick my cookie. It was actually about a cookie. And I don't remember what cookie it was, but apparently he wanted me to lick it.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Maybe it had too much stuff on it. I don't know. But somebody stole this post. And then I asked what the nicest thing someone had done for you was. And we got some comments on that.
Nobody said anything.
Oh, lots of people said lots of things. So I told you that since I got sick almost 11 years ago, you have taken care of me just about every day.
That's my job.
Sometimes you fucking suck at it. But
it's my job and the pay is lousy.
What do you mean the pay is lousy? You get all the sex things you want.
Oh, well, that's pretty good.
All right. Well, there you go. And Lisa Hexeth has said that you're a keeper. I mean, sometimes he sucks. And like when the Bills lose, good. Little Tommy Millmore said someone sent me a flamingo painting.
I love how he's little Tommy.
It can't be the I don't think that's the nicest thing anybody's done for him, but I'm glad he likes it. Lisa said a friend co-worker lent me money for an apartment when I first moved here to get us out of a campground in 2004 when I got hit with 4 hurricanes. Oh my goodness, that's amazing.
Yeah, they slipped down the camper.
And Mick said someone moved my desk once and I didn't even have to ask for their help. By someone, he means me. And I got the guys that worked for him to do it while I sat there and filed my nails. And he came in the morning and couldn't find his desk. He was all upset. It was hilarious.
Where's my desk?
I moved everything.
Hello?
I moved his desk.
Where's my desk?
This case of he got this case of energy drinks. I grabbed this bulletin board. I got rid of all of it. And then motherfucker gave me I get to Poland and I don't speak the language. And he gives me energy drinks when I get there. And I'm like, I taste this. I can't read the label.
The last thing you need is an energy
drink. That's an energy drink. You're trying to kill me. And and then Daniel said his employer in Texas fronted their move and expenses so he could get an apartment for Pam. And Jason Gu, always the character, said, put something on my head. He fucking wishes someone would put something on his head because no one's ever put anything on Jason Gu like I do to my husband all the fucking time. Yeah. Ding, fries are done. Right. So anyway, that's what we've got for. Oh, and RFK picked a running mate.
You did? Never heard of her.
There are. Let's. Okay, running mate. So apparently, she's a philanthropist. Does that mean that she's going to throw money at the case? Oh, she fits some demographics.
In what way?
She's a woman and a woman of color, so that helps certain demographics.
What color is she? Blue?
Beige. Kennedy made the announcement of the campaign in Oakland, her hometown. About 500 people filled the floor of the Henry J. Kaiser Center for the Arts. More than 30,000 turned out. And he said he liked her for her commitment to health and organic foods, a deep inside knowledge of how technology industry uses artificial intelligence to manipulate the public and identify government abuses. Is it possible that I'm going to vote for RFK?
It is more than possible that you will.
It's possible. I fucking hate the 3-party system, but I think that he's got some left-leaning theories.
But I do think he's going to take more votes away from the right than the left. So.
I don't know. I don't know, but she's 38 years old and she's already donated $4 million to his campaign. Well, is that like how it works? Pay for play? That's on the campaign. I'm really not sure. There was a bridge that went out today.
There was a bridge, the Francis Scott Key Bridge in Baltimore. They think 6 people ended up in the water and are missing it this hour. So not good. I'm just so thankful that didn't happen at a busier time of day because that is crazy.
Well, the thing that's crazy about it is that so 6 are presumed dead. That was earlier at some point. I actually watched the bridge of the fucking thing collapse. The bridge, the video.
While are you going to pull that up?
So we're just, here's a commercial for the Dana-Farber Cancer Center. You know how much I love that shit.
Well, if they save one life, it's worth it.
I don't agree with you. I think that they do more harm than good, in my opinion, with the.
I don't know. Yeah,
chemos. So there's the whole thing fucking collapsing. Holy fuck! How does that happen? How does that happen?
Ship ran into it. That's what happened.
Everybody, yeah. How does a ship that big? It's not.
Well, the ship lost power and was kind of drifting, and they were like, "Mayday!" Like, we need help. And like, apparently, from what I read on the internet today, and the internet doesn't lie, when something's that heavy of a carrier ship, and it's moving, it's got like inertia, and there's not much you can do about it. If you lose power and control.
I don't really know what happened, but wow. Usually what they do when anything big like this, they use tugboats to guide it. I know that's what they do with the naval.
Well, apparently cruise ships like the Carnival cruise ships or whatever use this port, and now they're not going to be able to use this port, so they got to figure out some other idea.
More importantly, we need to pray for the 6 presumed dead from the bridge collapse in Baltimore.
And the cruise people.
They will resume at 6 a.m. to resume the search for the remaining bodies to help give the families closure. Jesus Christ, these poor fucking people. These poor fucking people. Like it's awful. Yeah. Scrolling back for just a second.
Three's Company, she was talking about that.
She said, yes, message me, girl. It's super easy to publish yourself. I think I might have to, because I have a few things I've been working on. Tracy said, I watched as a kid, but I'm not sure I watched it when I was old enough to understand the innuendos and speak fairly about the gay topics of Three's Company.
Well, I actually looked it up and kind of tried to read if like
how the gays feel about it.
And a lot of them said no. It was the whole every episode was about a misunderstanding. And so like the misunderstanding that he was the reason he got to rent that apartment because the landlord, Mr. Roper, was a homophobe and said you can. And at the time, girls and guys didn't live each other.
Well, I mean, he was kind of homophobic, but it wasn't. He didn't want a straight guy to live with 2 girls.
Right. He didn't want. Well, yeah. And then he would call Jack like a fairy and stuff like that. Like it wasn't. Like he would make fun of him and stuff like that. So it was kind of harsh, but and the whole idea that he wasn't gay was like going to get out and all this stuff. And like, I don't know, it didn't seem like in really good taste to do that. So it was like, and then Mr. Furley came on, did like the same jokes and stuff like that.
I don't listen. I don't know. I know that they're like, listen, everybody on the show was laughing at the homophobic guy, which is I think the
no,
point,
exactly.
Right?
Exactly.
And so, and I think that I would argue that, I would actually argue that it was probably in some ways good for the gay community because it was something that like people weren't necessarily talking about. And then when, they're like, you're such an idiot. He's not even gay, but who cares if he is gay?
Right.
Like he's a good, like, so for me, I didn't take it that way.
But there was a lot of over the top, like sort of effeminate acting and like,
but there was also, I mean, but by all standards, I mean, they did the same, like the women on the show were basically bimbos and like,
yeah, no, it was the 70s.
But that's, it was all about, so I think it's a different time. Do I think that, do I think it was homophobic? I'm not gay, so I can't say, but I can say that I'm somebody that jokes about everything.
Yeah.
And I don't think that it was like I don't think that it added to hatred in the 70s. If anything, I think it reduced it. That's my opinion.
I kind of disagree with that because I didn't think it did anything to propel anything forward. And they could have used it.
But that's what I'm saying is I don't think it did anything. I think it had like younger people discussing homosexuality and laughing at the fact that this guy is like fucking making like, first of all, he's making a fool of himself because the guy's straight, like really fucking straight, by the way. He was a massive pussy hound. So I don't know, but listen, I'm not a gay man, and if a gay man is offended, I don't want anybody to ever be offended, but I also joke about absolutely everything, and I think that we all should stop being offended.
All right,
just stop being offended. Well, just stop. You don't have to be offended. So Trace
if
says,
everybody stopped being offended, there'd be a lot more people watching this podcast.
Yeah,
because
Tracy. Well, it's just nothing but offensive. Tracy said, by the way, there's 35 of you people watching. You can all chime in on this one. Courtney says, it's really bad ADHD. And by the way, if you're watching on Twitter, you can go over to YouTube or Facebook and you can actually comment and bring your comments on screen because we've got 33 people watching from TikTok. From Twitter, and soon we'll be on TikTok as well. So anyway, we like to wrap up every night with gratitude. Come on over to YouTube or Facebook at Marital Hate for tomorrow night or the next night or whatever. we have a good time every night. We just talk about whatever the fuck comes to mind. We have these interesting conversations.
Sometimes we take notes.
Colorful characters. Sometimes we have notes that we're prepared with in advance. Most of the time, we just make it up as we go. And usually, I'm way more baked than I am tonight. I don't think the weed is even.
You're not even. Yeah, you're not even a little.
Like 7. I'm not even a little. I don't know if I'm not as funny as usual, but here we are. And I'm grateful for you.
Thank you.
I'm grateful for the 35 people watching, especially Tracy and Courtney, who have been a huge part of the conversation tonight. We wouldn't know what to do without you guys. Come over and over and over again. Not to mention little Tommy Milmore made one little comment there. He's like, I'm going to let all the woman folk do their talking. We've got Todd White, welcoming all learners, Shannon Doring, Derek Meyer, Nick Williams, Courtney. Of course, we know Courtney's here. She's been going.
Courtney did a thumbs up and a heart.
I didn't know you can do so many things. Apparently, you can send us like stars too. We get like $1.
Oh.
Send us a star. We get $1. We need $1. We need a lot of dollars.
Send us 1 million stars.
Yeah, we need it. We didn't win the lottery last night, but I'm really grateful that I'm going to win the lottery tonight. I'm grateful that I'm healing. I'm grateful for you. I'm grateful for spending time together. I'm grateful for Canva. I'm grateful for all the things we got done together on Canva. I'm grateful for our little baby Jeep ride. I'm grateful that you did my UPS store returns.
Yep.
I'm grateful for your beautiful cock.
Thank you. And I'm grateful for you. I'm grateful that the guy at the UPS stores used the term awesome possum.
Awesome possum.
Which I thought I've never really heard before, but I'm like, did he just say awesome possum because it rhymed? Anyway, enjoyed that. I also am thankful for the beautiful day we had here in Southwest Florida today.
Wait, is Bosom Buddies offensive?
Yeah, it probably is. I don't know. I never watched that show, but I would assume that somebody was offended by it. Tracy would like to say she's thankful to both of us. And thankful for the great cube steak dinner. Oh, I haven't had a cube steak dinner in like forever since my mom was around. I'm thankful for sleep. I'm thankful for tomorrow being hump day, and I'm grateful for winning the lottery tonight. Indeed.
Okay, and you can't win tonight. We have to win tonight. We need the money more. You have a job. You have a job. We'll help you out. We promise. All right. Tracy, we have to help her out. She's done so much for us. All right, you have
helping out no goddamn lesbians.
We're gonna buy them some industrial strength
Milwaukee tools to play with.
There you go.
But I'm glad you're feeling better. Actually, it was one of the first things I thought of when I woke up today. I'm like,
better than I was yesterday.
Aligning my day.
Not great, but better than yesterday.
Yeah. And Trace too.
In any case, the good news is we now have a new outro. It still needs a little.
I don't know if you guys saw it last night.
But we're gonna play it. Good night. We will see you tomorrow.